Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a update for you. It has been forever. I'm so sorry. It's been about how many weeks? I think my last update was a 15. It might have been a 16-week update. So I've missed week 17, 18 and 19 because I am now 20 weeks pregnant. So it has been quite a while. I'm filming a bit different today as well. So this is in our new house, so it might be a bit echoey. We haven't got much stuff in here. And I'm also using natural lighting as well. So we've got two windows in our bedroom. So we've got one on this side, one this way, on the same wall, but two windows. So it's got quite a lot of light in here. So I thought I'd try it with natural lighting and see how that turns out. So far so good, but I feel like it might change throughout the video. So if the lighting does change, it's just because the sun's going in and coming out. So today let's talk about, God, I've got so much to go through, haven't I? I've basically got like a month's worth of videos to go through in one video, which probably is going to be a bit difficult. Probably going to be a bit long. You might want to grab a cup of tea. It's been 14 weeks. No, I must have been 15 weeks when I made my last video. So it was a 14-week update. So I need to do week 15, week 16, week 17, week 18, week 19. That's so bad. I'm so sorry. Okay, so pretty much the first few weeks nothing really happened, except I think after I made that video is when I started getting heartburn. But I don't get heartburn a lot. It's only when I'm really hungry and I haven't eaten for a few hours, and if I get that feeling like, oh god, I'm really hungry, I could eat something right now, that's when I start to get like the heartburn feeling, and it starts to just like feel it coming up my throat. Oh, it's horrible. But that's mainly when I get it, and I don't get it a lot, but if I do, you definitely can feel it. What else have I been getting? So I haven't had any cravings, like none at all. And even if they were like cravings, it's not like one specific thing that I want. I just feel like it's not every day like normal, like, oh, I fancy this today, or I want this for my dinner. It's not like I want one thing, but I want that one thing all the time. Like, do you know what I mean? It's really hard to explain. So I feel like I haven't had any cravings. So cravings. My hands have been terrible. So when we had the snow, so in the UK we had snow 3 times in the last 2 months. So the first time we had the snow, it was really cold where I work, and my hands just got this like red rash on them. It wasn't particularly doing anything. My hand, like my knuckles around here, they just went really red, and I was like, oh, how strange is that? They've just gone really red. And then a few days later they started going really dry, and they're so wrinkly and dry. Let's see if I could show you one here. Like, so it's all here. I don't know if you can see very well on this camera. Oh, that was my pillow. But yeah, so I've got really dry hands, very itchy, very cracked as well. So if I'm doing things, you'll see on this finger here, on this knuckle, my pillow's gonna go down again. On this knuckle, there's a little red mark somewhere there where it's actually been bleeding because it's cracked and it's bled. It doesn't bleed a lot, but it bleeds, and they're quite painful. I can't put any normal creams on them, so I've got this really nice Lush hand cream, and I can't use it on there because I don't know if it's the essential oils in it or something, but it just stings the cuts so bad. There's 2 things I found that work. The best one is the Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream. That really keeps them hydrated and it stops the stinging. It doesn't sting when you put it on. I can't use a lot of creams on these hands because a lot of it stings because of the cuts. So the Elizabeth Arden one doesn't sting. It does keep it hydrated, but I just don't put it on enough because it's like a very thick Vaseline kind of texture. I feel like I can't do anything when I've got it in my hands. So I can't do washing up, I can't cook food because I'm like, my hands just feel so greasy. Ugh, it's just horrible. So I'm not really using that a lot at the minute, but I should. Another thing is Decleor Prologene Gel. That is, I don't actually know like particularly what it is. It's like a green gel. Almost looks like aloe vera gel, but it's not aloe vera gel, it's Prologene Gel. And that sinks into the hand really nicely, but I feel like it doesn't give me the long lasting moisture like the 8-hour cream does, because the 8-hour cream stays on your hands if you don't do anything. I feel like it moisturises it longer than the Prologene, because the Prologene sinks into the skin. It doesn't give it constant moisture on top of the skin. It's like a barrier, it's not a barrier to it. And that one stings a tiny bit after it's sunken in. Just a tiny bit, not a lot. Teeny tiny bit. I've been using a pregnancy app, and I've been using this since I found out I was pregnant, and I really love it. So it's just called Pregnancy. And it's got 2 little green feet. That one there. That one there. So we've been using that one. I've got the one next to it as well, which is a Bounty one, but I don't really like that one. So this one, when you go into it, you'll see you've got how many weeks and days you are, what trimester you are. Then if you scroll, how many days you've got left as well. And if you scroll down a little bit, you've got all the information about the baby there, so how much they weigh, if it wants to focus, how much they weigh, what else has gone there, the length and the weight's like, so what their weight is like, so at the minute, an ear of corn. Then it also gives you a milestone, so it's like a daily update on the baby. So I'm 20 weeks and 1 day today. Then it also gives you daily activities to do. So, as you can see, it says I've done none. 1 rather. Tells you about staying hydrated. Baby registry on Amazon. The Kegel, is it Kegel or I don't know if it's Kegel or Kegel exercises. I have no idea. Kegel. Okay, blah, 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 blah. And then you can also weigh yourself or measure yourself. Then, if you've got these 3 bars at the top, if you click onto the middle one, that tells you about you in your 20 weeks. Yeah, in your 20 weeks. So every week it will change. And it just tells you about information about you, yourself. Then if you click onto the 3rd one, and it's all about the baby in this week. And it tells you what goes on with the baby in this week. I really love this. And you can also, so I'm back on the first page, you've got your pregnancy tools as well. So you've got your trimester chart, your calendar and diary, which I find really useful for appointments. I always put my appointments in that diary. Then you've got your kick counter and your contraction counter. So when you go into labour, you can use this one. Instead of downloading like another app for your contractions, you can just use this. And when your first contraction, you just press the lightning bolt and it records your contractions. And then what else have we got? And you can change your settings. You can look at the calendar. So the calendar, it highlights a week in pregnancy for you. So that's my 20 weeks highlighted up to 21 weeks. And then if you look on Friday on my calendar, that is where my weeks are. So it goes from 17, 18, 19. So basically it tells you in the month where your weeks are going to be in the month, where your week falls on, which is really handy for working out stuff. Especially if you're going on a holiday and stuff, because they don't let you fly. Certain airlines don't let you fly in certain times, so you can look on your calendar and be like, I'll be 36 weeks on this date, so I can't fly then. I can fly blah 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 blah, so on. I find it really handy for that anyway. What else have I been loving? Okay. Sam Fairs The Mummy Diaries is back on. Well, it's Sam and Billy Fairs this time. Sam and Billy Fairs The Mummy's Diaries. I absolutely love that programme. It's so good. It's so interesting to see like other people's oh my god. Whew. It's so interesting to see like other people's journey, and I just find it really interesting. And I also really liked Fern McCann's First Time Mum. That was really good as well, really enjoyed that. Okay, so this is a scan. I think this might be my 12-week scan. There we go. So that's my 12-week scan. I didn't have a 16-week scan. But yeah, the 12-week scan was fine. It was just, I had to have 2 scans, so I had to have one at 11 weeks, which I think I mentioned in my other video. I had to have one at 11 weeks and like 3 days something, because I thought I was 12 weeks and then they couldn't fully measure the baby because it was too small. So I had to go back when they knew I was, well, when they guesstimated I was like around 12 weeks, which I was over 12 weeks. And that's when I had that scan, which I've just showed you the picture of. Then I had a midwife appointment on the, I think it was 16 weeks. I had an appointment. When was it? Let's have a look. It might have been, I think I had a 16-week appointment with my midwife, but I didn't have a scan. So my 16-week appointment, they listened to the baby's heartbeat, and they just told me about all the injections, flu jab you can get and stuff. I haven't actually had the flu jab, and to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna get the flu jab. Whooping cough, I don't know yet, I'm not sure. And I think they said you can only have it over a certain point anyway, so I haven't got to make a decision yet. I think it's in like 5 or 6 weeks, got to make a decision. So I've got a while to think about that yet and do some more research on it. The reason being I don't want to get, especially the flu jab. I mean, yes, I want my baby to be protected, but I just don't want to put like, not crap in its body, but if it's not necessarily needed, if it can be ruled out, then I would prefer it to be ruled out. But then again, I don't want my child to get it, spread it. I don't know if it can get spread. This is what I need to do my research on, because I don't want it to get spread to another child, and then another child something happens to them because of my child having it. Do you know what I mean? So I need to do a lot of research on it and find out what's best and what I'm gonna do. Okay. So my 20-week, well actually let's go through week 17 and 18. 17 and 18, nothing really significant happened. Not many changes. I feel like my bump hasn't grown much. Not as much. There's a lady that works for me, and she's around the same date as me. She's like a week ahead of me. And her bump is massive. Oh my god, so big. She found out what she was having. She's having a little girl, which is so cute. Yeah, but I don't feel like through weeks 17 and 18 there wasn't really much in the way of change for me. I still had the heartburn, still had the dry hands, but that was pretty much it. Literally at that point, up until yesterday, I didn't even feel pregnant.